I just saw him and I was like, I need him. I said this verbally, like I need him inside of me.
All right, and they actually gonna use and manipulate you. Of course, in America, we gonna gaslight you a little bit, baby. We gonna upset you. We gonna terrorize you. We gonna do a bunch of stuff. But we're not going to get a visa on you. We might put a little credit in your name. We might put a little Range Rover, a little Jeep Wrangler in your name.
Right when a guy says, "Why are you a pastor, bro?" Once he says, "I want to get married," that's over. You say congratulations. Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to make sure you get my videos as soon as I release them. Alright guys, now today here, I have a passport sis taking major L's, man. Major L's. And you know what? I actually feel a little bit bad for her. I don't really, because she should know, right? You know how women, oh, passport bros, going out there, gonna get married. And then the most famous one you hear from, even recently, Sprinkle.
I think the lady got mad because she was late and her date took her to Cheesecake Fair. He could have done better than Cheesecake. That's all I think. Unless he was going to take her shopping afterwards. That's all I think.
Make sure you don't bring him back. Oh, they're in my comments, baby. They're in my comments already, okay? You got about 2 good years. Sprinkle. Right? So, I don't feel bad. I just take that back. I take it back. But I'm not cold-hearted like Sprinkle. So, I do, right? I'm compassionate. All right, now, I gotta get into this now. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. I'm gonna turn the sound down. Now, the reason why I have to turn the sound down is to make sure I don't get copyrighted, right? So, pretty much what happens in the Arab community, also it's like that in Indian community as well, right? Those guys usually, for the most part, won't date outside of their, their culture, because they usually have planned weddings, arranged marriages. So she's pretty much showing her getting gifts from her man, but she probably can't take it farther than that. Let's get into it. So she's showing the different gifts her man's getting her and all the messages he's saying. But that's pretty much it, because in a matter of a year or two, he'll probably be married off and the relationship will be dead, right? So she goes from the Arabic areas. She was looking outside. I'm not sure if she can't get a man where she's from. I don't think that's the problem. I think she just wants to divest, right? So, and also, and the reason why I say that, and this is why I don't really have much compassion for the passport sis, right? You're not finding guys that are divorcing women like that, right? Like me, a passport bro can say, I want to leave because I want to get married. And I said it last video. Right when a guy says, "Why are you a passport bro?" Once he says, "I want to get married," that's over. You say congratulations. Have safe travels. That's what you tell a man. Because everybody knows the West is tainted. And everybody knows the West is tainted for men for that part. And there's tons of guys that want to be an honest man and want to get married. So how could you afford a man for that, right? But anyway, let me hop into this video here.
Bought a one-way ticket to this small island near the Caribbean Sea because I just was losing it. Like, I found out the guy that I had been dating had like 2 kids, and I was like tattooing my face. Like, my mental health was abysmal, and so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the sea. That's how all the crazy girls should heal. And I went with my friend, and she was like having little island romances and stuff, but I was like, ew, like, I'm over men, like I don't want to talk to a man.
Having island romances, meaning she was just jumping off of random guys.
So 3 days before we leave, we're on the beach, and I see this guy, and I'm just like,
romances means plenty of them.
and I'm a world traveler, so I'm always seeing like good looking men, but I'm really shy. Like, I'm not gonna talk to a man. He has to come to me. But this man, I just saw him and I was like, I need him. I said this verbally. And he was looking at me, I was looking at him, and I was like smiling, and he was smiling back, and I was like, ah! So he goes in the ocean, and I'm like, oh my god, girl, like, we have to follow him. We go in the ocean, and he's just like swimming, and I'm like staring at him, and I'm like, I need him. Like, I need him inside of me. Damn! And then this guy,
Do you think it's true that women generally want what they can't have?
Yes.
That chasing women is terrible advice for men?
Yes.
Because if he chases you, he's telling you, you can have me.
I guess she just want experience being outside the country. I mean, man.
who is Colombian but speaks English.
I Can't afford it for
me,
that,
and
I
he was
guess.
like, "Oh my god, like, you want to be with that guy?" And I was like, "Yes." And he's like, "Let's get you guys together. Like, let's wingman." And so my friend and him were like planning how they're gonna like introduce us because I'm shy. But he literally like watched us plot on him, and just he walked over and goes, "Como estas?" I was like, bien, but I didn't speak Spanish at the time. David, the wingman guy, was like translating for us, and he was putting in work. Like, he was trying to get us to kiss. And my man David succeeded. We literally were like making out in the ocean and just all over each other. And I was like, I'm gonna take him home. Like, literally, we walked home. That's my friend. We walked home, and literally I stopped and got like razors on the way. Like, I was like, yeah, like, tonight gonna be crazy. There's David, our translator. And so took him home. We hooked up. I expected him like to leave the next day. No, he wakes up, starts making homemade arepas, and I'm just like, literally like, who is this man? But it was his birthday, so I did not kick him out. We instead took him to a sea aquarium, and we just like were vibing, having like a fun little romance. He was like, I want to spend the next 3 days together while you're here. I was like, okay, cool. Then it's time for me to leave. He takes me to the airport, and he's like, don't get on that flight. Like, stay with me and live with me on this island. I'm like, you're crazy. I don't even know you. We literally were like making out in the ocean. But while I was in Cartagena, we're still like FaceTiming. I'm practicing my Spanish, and the vibes are just good. Like, he even added me on a group chat with his family, and I was really liking him. Then my best friend who was doing this whole trip with me went to Barcelona, and I went back to Medellin alone and went to the dentist. They told me I need to have emergency wisdom teeth surgery. I had such a rough healing process, and he was like, please come to the island. I'll take care of you. And I was like, you know what? I'll do it. So I go back to the island, and I don't even have a dad, so I've really never been taken care of by a man. But this man, I mean, literally spends hours preparing me soups, purees them, ices my face, makes saltwater rinses, cuts out my food for me. My sockets ended up getting infected, so I was in so much pain. He physically carried me to get like pain shots. So I was like, you know what? This is my man. So I stayed on the island with him because I'm jobless. This is all such a jobless activity. He works as a barber and tattoo artist, so he's a pretty free schedule. So we just like go to the beach in the middle of the day. He's cooked for me since we met, and which is amazing because I'm used to girl dinner. So finally I'm being nourished. And he's just so nice, like gives haircuts to homeless guys on the island and like cooks them meals. I got really sick. I've actually been like dealing with a lot of health issues, and that's why I haven't been posting. And oh my god, I'm gonna cry, but the way this man is taking care of me, I can't even get into it because I'm gonna cry, but he's so real. My name tatted, took me to Cartagena to meet his dad's side of the family, and then I was like, okay, I have to go to Mexico for my group trips, and I just like Mexico better than Colombia. And he literally gets a passport, comes with, and already has a job. I get comments like, oh my god, like what if he's using you for a visa? I am not marrying him anytime soon. I don't live in America to sponsor someone for a visa, and he's Venezuelan. They literally have temporary protected status in the U.S. just like Ukrainians, and he has family that lives in Georgia that can sponsor him. People are so worried about you getting used because you're dating someone foreign, but y'all be getting used by American men. Huh? So we don't have to like get married for him to move to the U.S., but if y'all see us on 90 Day Fiancé, just know we're getting a bag.
All right, so that's what she said, right? So I'm like, okay, look up to this, okay. Then I see this.
Can we talk about it? City Boy is up 1,000. Well, he's from Colombia.
So it says, woman travels to Colombia and unexpectedly finds love of her life. Bro calls it quits after getting a visa. You got 2 years. 2 years.
That's usually my line.
That's about it.
Colombia, so Colombian boy is up 10,000 points. Because apparently this woman thought that she was going to go to Colombia and find the love of her life. She thought she was going to be like a 90-day fiance and go find the love of her life in this place. And thought it was really going to work out. And then guess what happened? This guy loved her. Then he left as soon as he got the visa. And this is why I keep telling y'all, why y'all keep going to all of these foreign countries looking for love, and they worse than Americans. Y'all think y'all gonna find somebody better than American boys outside America, and these men are way worse, all right? And they actually gonna use and manipulate you. Of course, in America, we gonna gaslight you a little bit, baby. We gonna upset you. We gonna terrorize you. We gonna do a bunch of stuff. But we're not going to get a visa on you. We might put a little credit in your name. We might put a little Range Rover, a little Jeep Wrangler in your name. But we ain't going to scam you and leave you internationally. Listen, Colombian boy is up 10,000 points. City boy is up 10,000 points. Stop going to foreign countries looking for love, thinking that you're going to find somebody better. These people do not live the United States experience, and they are trying.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it right there because he's just gonna bash those situation. But yeah, no, it's not that, right? That pretty much was a Sankey situation. You guys know about the Dominican Sankeys? I think they have it in Colombia too, right? When she had the translator set her up. He set her up for the fail. And because she's a woman who's green, she didn't see it. She's thinking it's for the win. She's thinking the guy who's a guy set her up to help her. He doesn't care. He's thinking about his countryman, his fellow countryman, right? I'm not saying that's exactly what happened, but you guys know exactly what I mean. Right? Whose side is he gonna take? He's gonna take his side. He's a man. That guy was a man. He's Colombian too. Broco. Definitely with a foreign woman. Broco. Man, it's not the same experience, right? It's not. See, with a man, the guys over there get better women. Do you understand that? They're getting better women now. The men are exotic across borders. Don't get me wrong. Some women look at them like the bag, right? Just like the men look at the woman like the bag. But the men get better women than you. You understand what I'm saying? The passport bros are the guys that provide value. We're like over in the US, the guys, I want 6-figure, 7-figure. We're the 7-figure guys over there. And also, we're the ones they watch on TV or they've seen, the ones they mysticize about, right? So when they hear us talk, the inflection of our voice, the deepness in our voice, the manly charisma, they feel that. It goes to their soul. That's like when you talk to a woman, no matter where she is, and you have a certain aura about yourself, calm demeanor, deep voice, she gets flutters. She gets little tingles. They get that when they see passport bros come in. It's not the same for the passport sis. Unless she's just bad. Because the women there are bad. He's in Colombia. Come on now. I still feel a bit bad for her. But you know what? It's just not the same for them. And guys will keep leaving. Because we realize there's more to life than dealing with the nonsense back home.